Okay. All right, guys. So let's go back to this Achieve lesson. We're going to do tent, sleeping bags, and cell phones. We're going to watch the video, and I just want you to listen and let me know afterwards. You're looking for things that you hear. What do you hear in this video, okay? One more time. Here we go. Round 2. All right, guys, I'm going to stop sharing so I can see your faces. Let's talk about that. What kinds of things did we hear in that video? Austin?
I heard the water just going.
Yeah, the water. Do you know why it's doing that?
No.
Because believe it or not, Yellowstone National Park is on top of a volcanic area. So like there's a volcano under there and it makes the water hot and it bubbles up.
Cool.
Yeah. What else did we hear in that? Artavius, can you hear us now? Just give me a thumbs up. Yay. Okay. What else did we hear in that video? Elena?
We heard that there was like a hole and it was getting the water and then throwing it back in.
Yeah, that hole is actually called a geyser, and we'll learn a little more about that when we read our article, okay? Anybody else hear anything? Oh, yes, Maya.
I heard a whale.
A whale? Okay, possibly. It might have been a whale there. It does have lots of animals, right? Anybody else want to share? Anything in chat? Artavius? Artavius, do you see how to mute yourself? Do you see right here at the bottom? Your microphone's red. Just hit it so we can hear you. Hi, Jonathan. There you go. What did you hear in that video?
I heard the hot water bubbling.
Yeah, the hot water bubbling. Good. In my opinion, it was very relaxing. I heard some birds in there too. Lots of birds, right? Okay. All right, go ahead and mute yourself again, Artavius. So hit the microphone again. Cece, I saw your hand. Did you hear something? No? Okay.
I don't know what to say.
All right, the next thing I want to show you, I'm going to have to hold this up. Artavius, I'm going to mute you, okay? Okay. So the article is talking about all that nature and then a cell phone, right? How does a cell phone fit into that serene, calm area? That's what we're going to learn about today, okay? Right now, cell phones only work in certain areas in Yellowstone. They don't work everywhere. There's not enough towers there. And some people want to put towers there to make cell phones work. But it's an argument because some want to keep the peaceful, natural beauty of the park, and some want to be able to access their Facebook and email, right? So there's one side to it and another side to it. It's called an argument. So we're going to read about the positives and the negatives to both sides to see what you guys think you would do if you were in that case, okay? All right. Oh, I gotta go back and share. Okay, guys, let's go. I'm just gonna click my article. I want you to pay attention to my screen first before you go into your Achieve, okay? We're gonna skip this before the reading poll right now. And I'm going to, I gotta change this level, hang on. I'm going to work on the stretch article with you. That way, when it's time to set you free, you can do your own article, okay? Because that will be based on your level. All right, so a couple of things that I want to show you. You're not going to have teacher stuff, but I wanted to show you at the bottom. This is new to Achieve. It's where you can take, oh my goodness, computer, work with me here. It's where you can take notes. So anytime we start highlighting and we see something that could help us with our thought question, we could take a note down here. And whatever we write here, we could copy that and then paste it into our thought question. So what's nice is the note box gave us what the thought question is going to ask us. So our thought question today is, think about the news story. Should more cell towers be put up in Yellowstone? Why or why not? And then when we answer that, they want us to write facts and details here. You can use these notes when answering the thought question. Okay, so that's new that I really like. So let me go ahead, stretch article. The reason I'm doing the stretch article is because I'm not going to make you guys do this one on your own. I want you to do the article because that will be based off of your level, so it won't be so challenging. This is just to show you how to highlight and what I expect on the Achieve articles. So let's begin reading, and I'm going to read it for you. All right. Also, here's our tools. So if I want a highlighter, I can pick my color. I'm going to do green, just in case, okay? All right. So here we go. Cheyenne, Wyoming, calling all campers. Yellowstone National Park officials have a new plan. They want to expand wireless service within the 3,500 square mile park. What's great about Achieve, guys, is if you don't know what this word means, we can click it and I can push the play button and it will read it for me.
Expand. Verb. To get larger in size, number, or importance.
So what expand means is to make it bigger, right? So if I didn't know what that meant, it tells me with the dictionary. So that's really nice of them. So it's saying that they want to make the wireless service bigger. They want to have more miles covered so that our cell phones can work in the park. The plan attempts to meet demands for cell phone use in the park. It hopes to do this while preserving the peaceful atmosphere there. The plan calls for a limited increase in cell phone coverage at Yellowstone. It would mean enhanced cell phone and wireless internet service in developed areas of the park that have hotels and stores. Here's another vocab word. If you don't want to listen to it, that's fine. There's like a vocabulary thing down here, but you can play all these too. Why do Yellowstone officials want to expand wireless service? They want to provide visitors with a convenient way to check email or call home. So I think that's pretty important as to why some people want cell phones in there. So I'm going to click my tools. And again, you're just watching me, okay? I'm going to click this. Oh, I might have to highlight it first. Hang on. Okay, so they want to provide visitors with a convenient way to check email or call home. Okay, then I click the highlight. There we go. So I think that's pretty important. So I'm going to highlight that. And then I might come down here and add it to my notes. They want people to have access to check email and call home in the park. Okay. Just taking some notes. Increased cellular service would also protect public safety. Oh, well, that sounds pretty important too. I mean, I would want to be safe if I was in the middle of nowhere. Let's highlight that. I'm also going to add that down to the positives, okay? So, helps keep people safe. Okay, before I move on, do you see what I'm doing? I want to make sure that we're good. I don't want to go too fast. So I'm reading the article and I'm highlighting and taking notes. Sometimes what might help you is you might want to read the entire article first and then think about, what is this talking about? What is this about? And then read your thought question again and then go back and reread and highlight and take your notes. It just depends on what you prefer, okay? All right. The plan aims to upgrade a national treasure without altering it. Yellowstone is the country's first national park. It was founded in 1872. The park stretches across Wyoming, Montana, and Idaho. Yellowstone offers many kinds of outdoor activities. In recent years, the park also started offering more modern conveniences. Today, hotels and restaurants are available. Okay. Wireless communication is not new to Yellowstone. The cell tower near Old Faithful went up in 1999. Since then, a number of national parks have followed suit. Grand Canyon National Park in Arizona and Yosemite National Park in California added cellular towers. Many say these kinds of improvements are convenient. Others are troubled. So now we might see some reasons why they don't want the cell phone towers, okay? Yellowstone now is aiming to be an amusement park. An amusement park is like where they have roller coasters and rides, right? Said Bill Bottler. People go out into the wild to be in nature. They don't go out to be surrounded by cell phone towers and cell phones. So this is why some people are really upset. So I'm going to highlight that one a different color. I'm going to pick blue because this is the negative side to it. So then down in my notes, I'm going to enter a couple of times and I'm going to say people don't want to be around cell towers and phones. They want to be in nature and have peace.
Are we supposed to be doing that with you?
Nope, you're just watching me right now. I'm just modeling to show you what to do. Okay? Thanks for asking. Officials know that expanding cellular access could cause problems. Yellowstone attracts thousands of visitors each year. Attendance is highest from May through September. In 2007, the park averaged 15,690 visitors a day during these months. We do have concerns that the park's splendor could be spoiled by tens and hundreds of people placing calls along the shores of the lake in what used to be a peaceful place. So it sounds like the people that don't want cell phones are afraid it's going to ruin that peaceful noise that we heard in the video, right? Okay, so the concern is it's going to ruin the splendor. So that splendor just means it's going to ruin the greatness that the park has. Okay, so I'm going to highlight the park splendor could be spoiled, tens and hundreds of people placing calls around the peaceful place. And we're going to do the blue because it's still a negative. And I'm going to come down here with my negative note here. Could ruin the peaceful noises. Okay. Almost done. If the new plan goes into effect, park officials say that signs will be put up. These will encourage polite phone use, but some say that's not enough. Signs cannot make visitors respect the peace and quiet of the park. Meanwhile, visitors to Yellowstone should bring some extra quarters if they need to make a phone call. Public payphones are still readily available along roadways inside the park. That's crazy. I didn't know payphones were still around. Okay. So, we went ahead and read this, so let's talk about it. I'm going to stop presenting really quick so I can see your faces. What is this article talking about? What did we listen to? Oh, I see a bunch of hands. Okay, Elena?
This article is talking about like arguments, how some people want to put up cell phones, but some people want to like enjoy nature more.
Yeah, there's two different arguments in that, right? Good. Okay, Cece, what did you hear in the article?
I was gonna say the same thing.
The same thing? Okay,
About
good.
cell phones.
Yeah, that's great. Michelle, are you awake? I want to teach how Michelle is. I just want to lay in bed and just teach. Can I? Oh, you know what, better? Yeah, I want to teach from the pool. Can I do that? Will you guys be okay with that? Oh, Nicholas is giving me permission. Okay. All right. Great job, guys. So yeah, the article is explaining to us reasons why it's good and reasons why it's not so good, right? So then my question to you is, what do you guys think? What would your argument be? Do you think we should put cell phone towers in the park or no? Nicholas is giving me a thumbs down. Nicholas, why do you think no? What's your reason? Why do you say no?
Because I just think it should be like all nature.
All
like
nature?
No cell
You want to
phones.
keep the peaceful to it?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, good. Anybody else have a thought? I'm going to pick on someone in a second. Oh, there we go. Kimberly, is that your hand? I can't really see your hand. What's your opinion on that? Do you think we should have cell phone towers in the park or no? No? Why?
So we could enjoy the quiet
Okay.
and no cell phones because like it makes too much noise.
Yeah, let's think about it. Like, if there's a sign that says don't use your cell phone, be polite, doesn't that make you want to use your cell phone more? It would make me want to use my cell phone. Yeah. And like, think about it. If I'm sitting here on my cell phone and we're by that peaceful lake with the bubbling water and I go, hey, Austin, what's for dinner tonight? Am I ruining the peace in there?
Yeah.
Yeah. But I do see the other side too, because what if there's a bear and he's about to attack me? Wouldn't I want my cell phone to call for help?
Yeah.
Yeah, so there's two sides to it. Okay? Okay, great. So I think what we're going to do, let me make sure my time's good. Okay. So what I want to do is we're going to save that thought question for writing time. And I want to go model how to do some of the activity, okay? So I'm going to do the stretch activity. So that way I don't give you some free answers over here. Now that we read it, we know what it was about, we talked about it, we should be able to answer a couple of these, okay? Okay, so our first question says, and again, you're just watching me, okay? I'm going to teach you some test-taking strategies that I love. Okay, so it says select the letter of the correct answer. So we're only going to have one answer on this one. So we've got cause with a question mark, so we got to figure out the cause. And then the effect is some people are concerned that the natural beauty of Yellowstone Park could be spoiled. So that sounds like they don't want the cell phone tower. And some people are glad because the plan will help to protect public safety inside Yellowstone. So this one sounds like our two arguments, right? Yes, we want it because we'd be safe. And no, we don't want it because it's going to ruin the beauty and the peacefulness, right? Okay, so it says, based on the article, which best replaces the question mark right here in the diagram above. So whatever this is the result of this. Okay? So A, Grand Canyon National Park and Yosemite National Park have cellular towers. I remember reading that in an article, but is this article really about Grand Canyon or Yosemite? No, it is about Yellowstone. So this, if it was on paper, I would strike through it. I would get rid of A. So now I have 3 options, so my chances are better. B, officials are considering building more cellular towers inside Yellowstone National Park. Oh, well, it's talking about the park we read about, right? And it's talking about the cell phone towers. And some people want it and some people don't. So that might fit. So I'm going to leave that one alone. But I have to make sure it's the correct one. So I'm going to continue to make sure these ones don't make sense too. So I'm going to hold off on B. And I'm going to read C. Attendance at Yellowstone National Park is highest from May through September. Okay, I do remember reading that in the article, but that has nothing to do with the ruining the beauty and being safe, right? So on paper, I would strike through this. So now I've given myself a 50-50 chance because I got rid of 2 bogus answers, and now I've got 2 answers left. Okay, so I'm still leaning more towards B, but let's double check with D. Yellowstone National Park stretches over Wyoming, Montana, and Idaho. And if I go back to my article, I remember reading that in the paragraph. You could always reference back to your article, by the way, guys. I remember reading that in here, right here, the stretches across, but that's not what would cause ruin the beauty or help people be safe, right? So that answer doesn't really fit with the first question. So I'm still leaning more towards B. So I'm going to select B. You have to actually click on it and then click submit. And it will tell us if we're right or wrong right away. Yay, way to go. So we got it right. Okay, and then you hit next question. Oops, sorry guys. Next question. So my test taking tool for you, and I know this isn't a test, it's just an activity, but you can use this during testing. My test taking tool to you, if you take anything away from this, is get rid of the answers that don't make sense at all first, because it makes your odds better. It's easier to choose between 2 as opposed to 4, right? Okay, are there any questions on what you should do in terms of highlighting, taking notes, reading the article, or going through your activity? Yes, Cece. Is that a hand? No? Okay. Any questions? Okay, I don't see any hands up. Okay, so here's what I'm going to do. It is now your turn to go to your Achieve article, and you're going to click Article, not Stretch Article. And this part should be based off of your level set test yesterday. So it should be in words that you will understand more based off of your reading level. Again, if you don't know what the word is and it's blue, you can click it and it will tell you what it means and you can listen to them say it, okay? When you're done reading the article, I want you to go do your activity. So you're going to stick with these 2 tabs. So you're going to read the article first, and then you're going to answer your activity. And I think, don't quote me, but I think it's only 8 questions. I just want you to try your very best. And if you guys have any questions, I'm going to be here. So you can always just raise your hand, okay? Cece, did you have a question?
On mine, it took me. Do I have to be on the same one as you?
Yeah, so you have to make sure that you're on the tent, sleeping bags, and cell phones. Now, your article may not look like mine because you might be on a different reading level. So the articles are all going to look different right here because it's based off of your reading level that you did yesterday. As long as it has this title at the top, you are golden. Okay? Oh, Aretha, did you have a question?
Can I get water?
Yeah, sure, absolutely. Okay, guys, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to have you, I'm giving you until, let me look at my calendar, my schedule here. You've got until 10:15 to do as much as we can right now. Now, don't rush, because if we have to go over into writing, that's fine. I'd rather have us do a good job this first time, okay? So at 10:15, I will let you know when to go to break, okay? All right, go ahead and start your article and activity, and I'm here if you have questions. I'm going to stop